Hey folks, it's Jim. I thought I'd do a quick video. Oh boy, do we have a lot going on in the world, right? So we have economic warfare going on all over the world. We have Russia basically cannibalizing itself, China in deceleration. We have the US and Europe are beginning now to show signs that we're slowing down. We see deflation in many things, and the automobile industry, by the way, I am going to be out a shopper right now for a new Toyota Sienna, I think, because it looks like prices are coming down all over the place throughout the entire sector. Overstock is everywhere. Also in the used car market, I'm seeing that. One of the used car guy, I think, did a video the other day talking about what he's going through. So we have all this going on. We have economic problems systemically throughout the world. We have warfare taking place. You know, you got the Middle East problem, you've got the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Now we've got the U.S. and China talking harshly back and forth, and the U.S. is antagonizing China openly and blatantly in the public. So I don't know what is going on there, why they're doing it, but it seems to be doing it. Blinken is not being very nice while he's over there. In some ways, yes. In other ways, just blatantly say, we did it. Now, what are you going to do? You told us not to do it. Now we did it. Now, what are you going to do? That's basically what Blinken is saying to him. The U.S. is kind of decoupled from China now pretty much in all ways that matter. Mexico, Vietnam, India, and many other nations are taking up all the slack and have done so. So I'm not even concerned about China. I am concerned for the Chinese people, though. They are suffering in a horrible way, and that's also driving gold prices. Yes. You've got millions of Chinese panicking, real estate down over there, over 50%. You've got the stock market is just not performing, and it's been down for quite a while. You have pay cuts going on up to 35% across entire sectors overnight. It's happening. They go to work one day and find out their pay's been slashed, okay, by 35%. So they're panicking. They're putting money into gold, silver, and other things, and know that when that many people make a move and they're panicking and worried about the value of their money and their savings, because nothing else is holding value for them, it will drive gold and silver prices. So I'm not concerned about gold and silver at all. However, keep that in mind, because if the day comes that these people have to sell all that gold and silver back into the market, I want you to be aware of that too. Again, not economics advice or advice of any kind. So we've got wars and rumors of wars. We have global economic landscape outlook is not good, okay, from any perspective. It's just not. And then on top of that, we have weather anomalies going all over, and obviously the potential of war all over the place. And remember, when the world comes under economic stress and there are economic conflicts throughout the world, usually it does lead to mechanized warfare conflicts, doesn't it? So let's all keep that in mind. Don't panic. Don't worry. Enjoy your day. But the reason why I'm doing this video is be prepared. There's just so much going on in the world right now. What's happening? The world is unstable in every perspective. You know, what if a virus were to come now? During this time, another virus were to break out. Can you imagine what the devastation is going to be economically across the world? Not just health-wise, but economically, if something were to go off the rails there, right? So remember, 96 hours to anarchy. And the reason why I'm doing this video is be prepared. There are a lot of great products on sale right now that will help in preparedness, won't they? If you have some savings that you can spare or whatever, I don't know what kind of economic times you're on personally. I know that I am now a buyer of many things. I don't need this power supply, but I bought another one because at $520, I can't not. And I'm probably going to buy another one. Because at $520, I just can't get lipo cells at this with this performance. I'm probably never going to see it again. Okay, so I am a buyer, and that's what I've always done. And I will be looking for a newer van. I have an older Toyota Sienna van that I bought, and I've been trying out, and I absolutely love it. So I want a newer one now. So I'm going to be looking for that as well. And the car market is tanking right now. So keep your eyes and ears open. Get out, do some shopping. You may find a great buy that's available to you that, you know, just a year or two ago you didn't think was possible. The repo rate's going up on all that. Our banks, I think, are pretty stable and prepared for all of this. So I'm not too concerned about that there. However, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's why I'm doing this video. We don't know, and neither do the bean counters, the Fed, or anybody, the Treasury. They always think they do. They think that everything's prepared. They've stress tested everything, and then all of a sudden something they didn't see happens. Now, they're pretty smart, pretty wise, so I think that they've tried to prepare the global system between Europe, US, Australia, Japan, and everybody else. But there's another point: Japan's currency, and they are driving that lower and lower and lower against the dollar. Why? Because it helps Japan do trade with the U.S. with that radical yen to the dollar rate, which is about over 150, or right around 150 right now, which is crazy, by the way. Um, but that allows Japan to export to the U.S. a little better. So I don't know if that's purposeful intent by the Japanese government so they can export or not. I do not know, but a little bit of me thinks that's what's going on there. So think about everything that's going on with regards to economics globally, and this is global. The more China goes down, all those nations that were trying to couple to China and Russia are feeling extreme effects now, and many of them coming under extreme stress. Some African nations, South American nations, and others who were relying on all that business with China slowing down and Russia internalizing, this is causing some ripple effects already. So I want you to pay attention to that. The world is becoming more and more unstable every day. Keep that in mind, economically, militarily, and weather anomalies. All three are happening, right? And where have we heard this before? Wars and rumors of wars will begin slowly, and then, like birth pains, accelerate, won't it? So not to push anything on you, but that's the way I'm looking at everything right now. I'm not saying we're there. We don't know the day or the hour. What I am saying is that I'm feeling really um, concerned about a lot of things in the world. And so I'm a prepper. I'm continuing to tighten things up. I'm going to buy another Jace kit and get some extra ivermectin and all that stuff. You do what you want with your excess money. I'm not too concerned about gold and silver right now, and I'm just really not, because I have enough anyway. So it doesn't concern me anymore. But there are many of you that are beginning that journey. So please be careful there too as well. Because if China's currency does collapse and they start selling this back into the market, be careful on both ends. If the world globally collapses, I don't know what's going to happen to gold and silver either. Will it skyrocket? Will it fall because rice and beans are more important? I don't know. Neither does anybody. So anybody that tells you they do know the future is probably a fool, right? I do the best that I can to try and make money for myself. And that's why I've just been trading natural gas. It's easy. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing. You do what's best for you and seek out the proper professional advice that is right for you. But don't panic. The main thing is we don't need to be a burden on each other if we're prepared. And that's what I'm all about. I'll do a separate video on my experience yesterday. One of my neighbors came over to the house and basically just laid it out and said, help me. And so I did, and I'll do a separate video on that. Yeah, please pay attention to everything that's going on for you and your family's best interest. Right now is a time to stay aware, and in my opinion, be prepared. We just don't know what's going to happen. When I heard what Blinken was saying to the Chinese, we're basically telling them do something, like baiting them to react to what we're doing. I really don't know where this thought process is coming from with our government over there saying things like that, but it's happening. So please be aware of what's going on. Please be as prepared as you possibly can be. Don't put the family in the poorhouse doing it, but at least think about what you need and your basic needs and all that stuff. Because my opinion right now is at any moment, anything could happen militarily, economically, or some kind of natural anomaly like a virus or some global phenomena with regards to the earth doing something, right? So, You have to feel this. I'm sure you all feel what I'm feeling. Like, this is not normal, what's happening in the world, and it's accelerating. It's not getting better. All of this is getting worse by the day, isn't it? So let's hope and pray for good things, but let's always be prepared for a worst case scenario, right? Hope you're all doing well. Hope life's treating you good. Live life one day at a time. Be the best you can be today. Tell everybody you know that you love them today, because you know what I mean. It's important that we all be into today and not panic and worry and be stressed out all the time, right? It's just not healthy. And if you're prepared, that's why I'm a prepper. I just don't worry. If it happens, I flip some switches and I start cooking rice and beans. You know what I mean? And pancakes and other things, and hunting, fishing, trapping. You know what I mean? It's just do the best you can do is what I'm saying, but be prepared. And I would look at all my preps and make sure I would inventory everything. If you haven't, do it now. So if there's something you've forgotten or something's gone bad, you have caught that before something does take place. And that's my message for today. Have you inventoried your preps? Are you prepared? Or are you doing the best that you can with what you have to work with? Because we're all in different stages of prepping, and we have all different economic resources available to accomplish our goals. And I will do a separate video on my experience yesterday with a neighbor, and I will share that with you. So be blessed in all ways and take care of yourselves. But most of all, be prepared. Jim out.